Hello, everyone. I can't help but just sit here in my chair and dance back and forth and everything. I just
I
like
was
that little
playing the air
song.
guitar.
Oh, you're doing air guitar?
Hi,
Well,
everyone.
good morning, Nana Mama Cat, and good morning, little Carrie. I'm so happy to see you ladies this morning. And there's Mandy. How you doing, sweetie? Thank you
Hey,
for joining us today.
me.
And there's my Mary.
Hey,
How's the
Mary
weather there in East Texas, sweetheart? And
and
Amy.
Amy and
And
Michelle.
Michelle. How you ladies doing today?
It's good to see you. And Donna.
Donna, good morning.
Good morning. Good
Well,
morning. Good morning.
I do hope that y'all have already seen. Carrie and I met together this morning and we did a
It
little
hasn't
exercising.
it
Excuse me?
hasn't loaded yet.
Oh,
Oh, well, be looking for it, folks, because we did a little exercising for you this morning. So, yep, we're going to be back at it again. I hope that we can keep this going because I was telling Carrie the other day because she was asking me if I wanted to continue, and I said yes because for me it sure did help my lower back, and I wasn't. I guess you could kind of say, it was easing up, kind of making me a little more flexible. Excuse me, so that whenever I sit a long period of time, I'm not so much an old lady trying to stand up. Good morning, Ellie.
Ellen.
How are you doing, sweetheart? Thank you for
Good
joining us
morning,
today.
everybody.
I'd have much rather been exercising. I'll say that.
Yeah,
I ain't.
she's already been out to the doctor and back this morning, friends.
It looks funny.
It does. You
Yeah.
going to share with them what you did?
Yeah, I'll share what I did. Actually, I'm gonna share this way, which is kind of. Let's see if I can get it up high enough. Let's look. That's my big toe.
Oh,
Look, that's my foot. Ah, look at my big
wow.
toe. It's huge.
Hello, Michael. How you doing?
I know.
Froggy's showing us her surgery on her big toe this morning.
Like, Michael comes in and Froggy's foot's in the middle of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh. I have
Yeah.
the I have cool socks on now. Yeah,
Oh, look at that.
it's squishy like a pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Too bad
Gypsy.
that's not down there by the toe.
Mm-hmm.
Good
They're
morning,
soft.
Gypsy. Mm-hmm.
They're very soft. So I might
That's
end up
good.
going to some mucklucks, which are more padded.
Yeah.
But I did pile everything up to hopefully it'll help a bit more. I actually stuck some bubble wrap under a blanket. I
Hey,
did.
ingenuity at work there.
Ingenuity. Anything I could do to get it more. I'm not using my left, but I'm using my right to get
Mm-hmm.
stuff piled up.
Right.
Oh, wonderful, Amy.
Oh, that's great, Amy. Hubby is going back to work today.
I just had an ingrown toenail cut out. That's it. Ain't a big deal.
No, but she did just mention that she may not stay the whole time with us because
The
I
numbing.
believe the numbing shot is now starting to wear off.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't want to be ugly. As the numbing wears off, I might get I might get ugly.
oh, Mandy said that Bear Paw is
Oh,
another good brand.
yeah, they're another good brand, like the mucklucks I was talking about. They are.
And
I
I
just
take it.
happen to have like 6 pair of mucklucks. That's all.
Oh, are
Yeah,
they padded shoes? Are they like
they're like
fuzzy
big.
lined or what are they?
They're like slipper socks, but they're lined with fleece,
Oh, okay.
and they have the dots on the bottom so you don't fall.
Okay, gotcha.
You have no idea, Donna. um, I'll bring my husband in and he'll explain it to you. He'll tell you I was ugly this morning. I
Oh,
was,
goodness gracious.
my blood sugar was high.
Oh, no.
I was grumpy because my toe was hurting, and
Mm-hmm.
um, I had to put it in my tennis shoe, and
Yeah.
that's after the cat bumped into it, decided she wanted to lay on that foot.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I said she.
Mm-hmm. I
And
know.
Mama wasn't having none of that. Don't touch my foot.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as the doctor numbed it, I was like, oh, I'm feeling good. I'm sitting here I'm like, that numbing's starting to wear off. I'm feeling it worse.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
feel
folks,
it worse.
she was telling the doctor, "Hey, you don't have to numb my foot. That's okay. I don't need it." And he's going, "No, no, 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 no." He's
That's
like,
what
"We're
he said.
numbing the foot."
Yeah, he's like, I'm like, you don't have to numb it, just shake it out. And he's like, no, no. And then he he numbs it, um, all the toes but the pinky, and then all the way down to the heel. I'm going, yeah, I guess he gave me extra.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was that was
Well,
funny. I have to
yeah.
laugh about it. And then the hubby stayed home from work to make sure I was careful on my foot because
Mm-hmm.
I was walking funny afterward because that much of the foot's numb, you
Yeah.
know. And I'm walking funny. I can't get in the truck. I have to have my step stool to get in the truck.
I bet that's hard too because you can't really feel where you're stepping. I mean, yeah, I know. Been there, done that.
No, I can't. And I'm like, I need my stool. Because I've been able to get in and out it lately without it. And he's going,
Mm-hmm.
are you all right? I said, I need my step stool. He's like, it's okay. It's all right. I said, well, heck, my foot's numb. Hi, Tiffany.
Good
So he,
morning, Tiffy. How are you and Elijah today?
so he kind of giggled at me. So,
Mm-hmm.
he's glad that I'm laughing now, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but I am starting to feel the burn, which, because they put an acid in there to burn it away so that that part of the toenail doesn't grow back.
Mm-hmm.
And I am starting to feel the burn. And I'm like, oh no, numbing's wearing off. I'm starting
That's
to feel some
right.
of my toes.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to feel better actually when you get in there in your recliner and prop your foot up like this. That's going to help some.
Well, it is propped up like that. And it is. It's up.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
It is. It's just
Mm-hmm.
not above my head or heart. That's all.
Yeah.
It's higher than normal. I always sit with my feet propped up. It's just
Mm-hmm.
higher than it normally is.
Right.
It's it's just funny. You have to
So
giggle.
before we get into today's topic, I do
Yeah.
want to know what everyone is has in their cup. I do have my black silk. I didn't get finished with the coffee this morning.
Mm.
So this is my last cup of coffee with my hazelnut creamer. And then I'll be switching over to my biscuit tea with the Italian sweet cream.
Yes.
I still want to say Irish cream, but yes, it
Well,
is Italian
Irish
sweet
cream would
cream.
taste awful.
I
Probably. I mean, I don't know.
it depends on which Irish cream because I like Bailey's.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the Irish cream. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the Irish. Isn't it Irish cream coffee creamer?
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi,
Okay.
Mama Gwen.
Hello, Mama Gwen, sweetheart. How are you doing? But I want to know what everybody is going to be sipping on while we talk about our topic a little bit here in the morning.
Oh,
We are
wonderful.
already at coffee's in my cup and a Christmas gift on my hook. Hot dog. I thought you were finished, Michelle.
Oh my.
Good grief.
Well, I have to say, I have Diet Coke. This morning I had 8 o'clock coffee and Italian sweet cream. And I am going to be doing some classwork today. No crocheting today.
Mm-hmm.
I finished all of my Christmas shopping yesterday.
Woo! Look at you.
I'm happy.
Cinnabon, cinnamon roll coffee, and sweet Italian creamer, and working on a Christmas tapestry. Look at
Oh,
that.
wonderful.
Everyone must really like that sweet Italian creamer. I did try a little bit of it in my coffee the other day.
I like it.
Yeah, I think I'm just too much of a hazelnut person with my coffee. So anyway, like I said, I finished up the pot this morning, so I'm almost finished with
Michelle.
it. Mm. Almost done this one and one more. Good. Yeah, I know you. You'll say one more, one more, one more until the day of. But my weather is 83 degrees and it is windy, but between 12 and about 4 o'clock this afternoon, it's supposed to be storming and raining. So I expect hubby to be in sometime this afternoon, unless it only hits here and not out where he's working. But anyway,
No storm.
ooh, yes, Diet Dr. Pepper.
I'm drinking biscuit tea with Italian sweet cream.
Yum.
Aha. Well, I'm just a little bit behind you, but that's where I'm going next when this cup is over with. Are you
No.
double fisting?
I'm double fisting.
Oh
I
my
got to
goodness.
the point where I was waking Jason up too frequently, so I thought I'll have him make me 2 at a time. That'll take me twice as long.
Plain black Folgers coffee. Yum.
Oh,
And I'm glad you and Elijah are good.
yes, that's awesome.
My
Really,
high
really is.
is 77 degrees Fahrenheit, and we have our air conditioner on again.
At
That's
77?
yeah, our high will be 77 today.
Oh my goodness.
And we have our air conditioner on just to keep it 72 degrees in the house.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Donna says she's not drinking anything right now, but she's working on a filet crochet baby blanket for a friend's coming granddaughter. Oh,
Oh,
Donna, that sounds
wonderful.
so sweet.
Yours hasn't gone off, Mary. Mary, normally I wouldn't have AC on this time of year. This is unusual for me. Oh, it's too cold for
And
you.
Michael says it is too cold for you. What is it up there in Amarillo?
He said it was 48.
Oh, I didn't see that earlier. Okay.
Normally,
Mary,
have it off.
yeah. In East Texas, you almost have to have it on all the time because if nothing else, just to fight the humidity.
Normally, we'd have it off getting ready to use our wood stove.
Mm-hmm.
But it is just too warm.
Not yet, huh?
Mm-mm.
Well, before we get into our topic, I am going to take just a moment to say thank you to all of our lurkers that are out there. Come on, get back up here. We do appreciate you being here with us. So you just continue to lurk, do whatever it is you need to do, and we'll keep you up with what's going on in the chat.
And don't forget.
Tell me that you're ready to go. I'll be here waiting. I'll be here waiting.
Yes.
And
Do what?
Froggy said, and
Don't forget those thumbs up.
Oh,
there
thank
you
you
go.
very much. Michael says the northern part of the Texas Panhandle is getting snow. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I sure do miss that. When we lived in Perryton for about 7-8 months, oh, I loved the snow. Man, I tell you what, it was so awesome. But it was almost as soon as it hit, it was gone. But still, it was so nice to see it. Oh,
Wow.
Amy's high is only going to be 48. Woo, girlfriend.
Ohio is 62.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Carrie.
Yeah.
Elephants. That's so cute.
Yeah. And Big Carrie, have you already taken your meds this morning?
Not yet.
Oh, what's holding you back?
Fear.
Why?
No, I'm kidding.
Well, Donna mentioned just a moment ago that she was working on a blanket. And of course, as you can see, Carrie has one in her lap. So I thought we would just talk about blankets today. Um, it is getting to that season for most of us where
Yeah.
working on a blanket in our lap is not as bad, in November as it might be, say, in the middle of July. So many of you know I don't like making blankets. I will make baby blankets. And now that I have found mosaic crochet, I will do that because, if you get a mosaic that has different scenes throughout the blanket, for me, it tends to keep my interest more. And good morning there, Too Old to Care. How are you today? We are
Good
talking
morning.
about blankets. Yes. Little Carrie said I just took mine. Should have taken them an hour ago, but I forgot. You don't know how many times I'll look at the clock after I get up because I can't take my pills before I've had my first cup of coffee. The taste just don't mix. And sometimes I'll look and like, oh, it's 11 o'clock. I think I better go take my pills. Yes.
Hi, Dan.
Oh, hello, Dan. Yes, I despise blankets, but people love seeing them in patterns, so I got 8 planned here soon. Oh, Michael, goodness gracious, for someone who despises them. Goodness. But when I think the reason why I don't like making blankets is because the very first blanket I made was you can call it the chevron or you can call it the ripple. That's what my grandma called it. And it was made with single crochets.
Yeah.
Yeah. None of these other stitches, that can create like very soft wave patterns or where you have kind of like maybe every other row or so has that nice open pattern to it, or those that are made with shells. Oh, no, 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 no. I had to start out with, what was it? Let's see. Is it like 5 up and then 3 in a stitch and then 5 down and pull 2 together and 5. I can't remember. Uh, I just know it was all single crochets. And for as long as she wanted me to make it, and excuse me, as wide as she wanted me to make it, and the length she wanted me to make, I didn't think I was ever going to get through that thing. And so I think that's the reason why I just don't like making blankets. Now, baby blankets are a totally different story. I can sit down and make baby blankets all the time. Uh, it is looking awesome, and that's what started making me think. Number one, what was your first style of blanket that you made?
Me?
And um, then two, have you started making these beautiful mandala blankets like the one that Carrie's working on here at the moment, and that some of us have worked on, like the Sophie and what was the
Any
other one?
hooked on sunshine.
Do what?
Any hooked on sunshine.
Yes, any hooked on sunshine. Uh, so share. Let's all share. Do you like making blankets?
My
Number
very
one.
first,
Just a minute, Carrie.
my
Go ahead.
very first blanket was a granny square blanket.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Now, I did not make a granny square blanket until after I was married, quite honestly.
And
Yeah,
then I made just a regular double crochet blanket. I think I did that backwards.
it doesn't matter. Michael says his first blanket 30-ish years ago was a granny square blanket. Oh, Daniel, granny was his first.
Granny was my first.
Really?
But it was very small.
Uh-huh.
And then the first big blanket I made was the wave stitch.
Okay.
The wave.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm talking about. That was
Yeah.
the first large blanket I ever made
Mm-hmm.
that fit a single bed.
Right.
Yes.
Right. This ripple
Um,
blanket that my grandma had me make would fit a single bed, but still it took me forever.
Now, the first knit blanket I ever made was made with fingering yarn and took me a year to do.
Holy smokes.
I made individual squares and um, I didn't sew them together. I hooked them on as I went.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did them as I went, and yeah, took me a year to make that blanket, and I gave it to my first grandson.
Aw.
And it covers a single bed and with hangover.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Tiffany says her first blanket was a chevron. My goodness. Too old to care says she's never made a granny square blanket.
oh wow,
Wow. And little Carrie is asking, do I get to put up the little parade of hearts?
Yeah, did you not see me take my medicine?
No, I must have been
she took her
reading
medicine.
the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good deal. Yes,
Oh
she
yeah.
can. Yes, you can. Oh, Donna says the Sophie's Universe blanket is on her to-do list. I love to make blankets. I think my first blanket was a chevron blanket.
Yeah.
I think I missed something up here.
Now,
Yeah, Michelle Mosaic says, I love making blankets, but I don't remember what was my first one. Little Carrie says hers was probably a double crochet blanket with another stitch in there.
hey, sweet Granny D.
Hello, my sweet Granny D. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Hi, Granny D.
Granny D, we're talking about our favorite blankets to work on, and if you can remember what was your first blanket.
Now, my favorite ones to work on would be like the Sophie. I love that Sophie blanket. I haven't completed it, but it's
Right.
one of my favorites because
Mm-hmm.
every round is different.
Right.
So it holds my attention.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I'm doing two of them, one in a solid color and one in multicolors. I have to admit, the multicolor is my favorite because every round is a different color. Now,
Right.
some colors do repeat, but that is my favorite. It holds my attention, so that's why. I do like mosaics, but just the two colors doesn't hold my attention as much as the multicolored Sophie does. I do love
Right.
that.
Yeah. I think for me now, the mosaics in just two colors, yeah, not my favorite. But if I can do one like the last one that I finished, with multiple colors for different scenes, that are across the blanket, I do like that as well. Granny D says she's hanging there in there like a hair on a biscuit. I
Oh,
love that
bless
phrase,
you.
sweetheart. Mandy says I've been really into making corner to corner blankets lately because it feels like they go pretty quick. Are you kidding? No way I remember my first, but it was probably knitted. Granny D.
I
Well,
agree. It's hard to remember that, but
yeah.
I do know the first thing I made was a granny square, and it was a blanket for my Barbies.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah,
those would have had to been little bitty granny squares, though.
not really.
Not really.
Mm,
Maybe it was a chevron. Yeah. Well, it's just funny because I find, and like I was talking to Carrie earlier today, um, I find that these mandala style blankets have really taken off in the last few years. You know
yes.
what I mean? And I think the appeal, in my personal opinion, is the fact that every row or two or three does have a different stitch. And it it also allows you to not only do a different stitch, but the pattern that it
Hey,
creates.
Cotty. Hey,
You know what I
Cotty.
mean? It's
Love you,
just
Cotty.
really beautiful. Hello there, my Connie. Lurking in the bushes. My first blanket was a Sophie. Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah. And the
Oh,
one,
Michael, I hear you there. That's how I am with my hats. My favorite to do is my own patterns. I just have so much in my head, I can't pay attention to other patterns. I
yes.
hear you there. I hear you there. Like I said, though, that's with me in hats. I'll see a stitch or I'll see something somewhere, maybe even like someone's wearing a sweater and I'll see this little corner of it or maybe just the swatch on the back and it's like, oh, that would make such a pretty hat. It just drives me crazy. But yeah. That's the way
Hey,
I
Rita.
am. Oh, goodness, little sister. You're in the bus and a lurking. Well, you know what, sweetheart? That is just fine. I'm just so happy that you're here. Now, you are on the way back home, right? I think she is. I think she's taking care of all the business she needs to, and now she's headed home.
The ones that I have a hard time paying attention to are the ones where you do squares and assemble them. I don't like having to sew the squares together.
Right.
That drives me bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
I like now. I don't mind crocheting the squares together, but I
Right.
hate sewing them together.
Right. No, I have to crochet mine together. Um, but I'm like you. I don't like sewing them together with the mattress stitch or a slip stitch.
No,
No, no, no, no, no. I'll
no.
I'll join them.
I've even been known to crochet my sleeves on, not sew them on.
For me,
Even
I see a design in nature or something they uncovered on an yeah, one of them sites, like those
archaeology,
2,000-year-old floors. I know I get so much inspiration from those. Well, a
yes,
lot of mine too does come from nature, especially my colors that I pick. Exactly, Michael. Exactly. Oh, you're
yes.
on your way to sign the papers. Okay.
It's really funny because you get so many ideas in your head, and I can't concentrate on certain things because my brain is going brrr, because I got so many ideas
Right.
and they
Right.
all are trying to come out at once. And sometimes it drives me nuts.
Well, Connie, I think this is all mine and Froggy's fault. We kind of took over the conversation.
Yeah.
Um,
Carrie, I don't know why she's not talking.
because she's concentrating. She's on a difficult round of that blanket.
I talk to people, Connie.
Oh, man.
Were you at a stopping point so we can see how that blanket's progressing?
Yeah, let me finish the stitch.
Okay, let me pull her up.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why I don't sleep much. The idea just won't stop coming.
I have difficulties with that too, Michael. That is such a beautiful
Isn't that
blanket.
gorgeous? Now,
I
see,
love
this
that.
is why I believe for many of us, the mandala style blankets have become so popular. I really, really do. There is so much design there. Yes, it is amazing, isn't it, Connie? Um,
I can't read the chat either. It's too far away
okay.
because
It's
I don't
really
have my glasses on that are right there.
Good morning, Vivian. How are you?
hi,
It
Vivian.
is turning out lovely, isn't it?
Thank you.
I like that, and I'm not a fan of yellow, but that is beautiful.
Well,
It is.
it's like you said, I had to go out on Yarnspirations to find it.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
Thanks.
Oh, yes. Beth says, I like to have a blanket that is just the same, stitch over and over, sitting in the living room next to me, no real time limit on it. I probably do that a lot more with baby blankets than just to say to have a blanket.
I don't.
Um,
I don't want to do that with a blanket. I want
no,
to do that with knitting a pair of socks or
right,
making a hat. I'd rather do it with that than
right.
with a blanket. Now, I love to work on blankets in the winter because they keep me
Mm-hmm.
warm while I'm working on them.
Right.
Now, remember, I don't sit and watch TV like most people do.
Mm-hmm.
I can only listen to it.
Right.
So I prefer to have the blankets to keep my lap warm. I just don't like mindless blankets. I will get
Right.
bored with it before I finish it. I have a blanket from 2 or 3 years ago that I still haven't finished because it's mindless. It is the basket weave.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to finish it. Um, it's done in latte cakes. I've got 3
Uh-huh.
latte cakes right up here to finish the blanket off. And I still
Mm-hmm.
haven't finished it because it's mindless and I get so bored with it.
Right.
I hate that.
Michael says, I wish I had time for a mindless blanket. I know what you mean. Terry, when you get through with that sip, can we have our devotional, please, ma'am?
Yes. Time for devotional.
I know already. Goodness.
I guess I better put my eyes on for this.
Yeah, you might want to.
It would help.
Um, I don't remember which one I did last.
Uh, Gratitude, I think.
Oops, crap. Okay. Gratitude.
I think it was the last one. I'm not real sure.
Attitude of gratitude.
Yes.
Okay. Then today is powerful Thanksgiving. Give thanks for everything to God the Father in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Ephesians 5:20. God, my glasses are dirty. Scientists who in the past have generally disregarded the role of thankfulness have now discovered that gratitude is one of the most powerful human emotions and can literally make people live longer, happier lives.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, gratitude journals are becoming a regular therapy tool used to used by many psychologists. Oh, I did read this one yesterday. No, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't do it yesterday. It was the other day. Anyway, to help their clients reduce fearfulness, connect to others, and improve their emotional outlook. The idea of is to recognize the people you're thankful for. Consider
Mm-hmm.
what your life would be like without the things you enjoy, and be intentionally grateful for them. Then take a step further and express your gratitude. The purpose of the purpose is to morph your behavior from complaining to thankfulness, and a positive attitude adjustment will follow.
Amen.
Isn't it terrific that psychology is finally catching on to what the Bible has told us for centuries?
Mm-hmm.
Dear Papa God, there is such power and peace in counting my blessings. Thank you for all of them. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, so tomorrow is the life repairman.
Oh, that's cool.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do hope all of you are taking time at the end of the day to write down 3 things that you're thankful for just for that day. And
That's cool.
remember, I asked you to put them in a jar, maybe in an envelope or a little basket. And at the end of the month, or even if you wish to choose and do it on Thanksgiving Day when you have all the family around you, pull them out, read them, share with them, and hopefully that you've made yourself just enough of a little tag that you can say why you wrote that down that day.
Hi, Laura.
Hello, Laura, my love. How are you doing, sweetie?
Hi, Laura.
How are
And
you
remember,
doing?
it has to be the little things because we're all thankful for a roof over our head and, you know, money to pay bills and that kind of thing. But it's little things and it makes you really stop and think. It makes you good. Thank you, Connie, for being here, sweetheart. I love you.
Thank
Hi,
you, Connie.
Connie.
We're missing 3 thumbs, people.
Oh,
Let's
thank you.
let's get them thumbs up.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding them of that.
I had to go look.
Um, oh, yeah. Little things. In fact, I'll share one with you. You might think this is funny, but um, yesterday before hubby got home, Lacey couldn't wait any longer, so I took her outside to go do her business. And Tia, I don't keep her on a leash. So number one, she's little and her little legs can't take her too far away from me. But she had kind of strayed a little bit, and I couldn't find her for a moment. And even though there was just a couple of cars in the parking lot, there wasn't anybody else walking around. I kind of got that little bit of a panic, and I had turned one direction, and Lacey yanked, and I've gotten to where now, folks, when I feel that tug uh, on the leash and it's greater than what I can pull back, I just let her go because she doesn't go far now. But she had gone running over into this. They have some hedges along the bushes, and she was looking for Tia. She really, really was. And the next thing I see is she comes out and she is bumping her on her little booty to get her over there to me. Yes, see, now number one, it was funny and I was laughing. But at the same time, I thought, now God, isn't that cute? Lacey is doing what a mama would have done. And I
Yes.
got to see that, because Lacey's fixed. We didn't want to have any puppies, so we got that taken care of. But I got to see how she would have acted as a mama if she had had her own little pups. But it was so cute. She was bumping her on her little booty, saying, come on, mama wants you. Let's go, let's go.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of Wednesday.
Uh huh.
Okay, I have Barbie dolls. Get over it. All right.
Oh, that's right.
I know I have Barbie dolls. So I have some expensive collectible Barbies, but I also have a Ken and a Barbie that are inexpensive, so I can make some clothes for Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
And my inexpensive Barbie kept ending up in the living room. She belongs in here. And I couldn't figure out how she was getting in there. I'm like, did I put her in my bag that I carry back and forth and not realize it? I thought
Right.
it was me. So I bring her back in here and I put her somewhere else. She ends up back in the living room and I'm very confused. And I finally see Wednesday carrying the Barbie by the hair up near the neck. And I'm like, holy moly, my Barbie is carrying my cat is carrying my Barbie around. So I take the doll from my cat and I remove the shoes. She's not, she's already wearing something I crocheted, which I'm okay with. I just didn't want her to get the shoes off and perhaps choke.
Right.
And then I give the doll back to my cat. My cat carries this Barbie around from the hair. The hair is down to the rear. However, she only carries it up near the nape of the neck. And so the legs drag, but she carries this doll all around the house and lays down with the doll and cuddles it. It is a hard plastic doll, but she cuddles it. Now, right now, no, she's not there now. Earlier, the doll was right outside my yarn room.
Mm-hmm.
The doll's not there now. She's got the doll again. She takes this doll around and cuddles this doll.
That's
I
cute.
I thought it was strange at first, but I talking to Maureen about it, she's cuddling it like it's a baby. And it didn't
Uh-huh.
dawn on me that that's what she was doing. But that is adorable. So
It is.
I need to crochet her a kitten
Yes, you do. Yes,
so
you do.
that it's easier for her to carry around. But part of me doesn't want to take the Barbie from her because she's just loving on the Barbie. She doesn't chew the hands or the feet or the face or any other part. She doesn't chew the doll. She merely carries it near the nape of the neck by the hair. and carry
like a kid, like she'd be carrying a kitten.
all around. It does
Gwen
have
says,
that.
mm-hmm. Gwen says that she decorated a shoebox. Let me get back up here.
Oh,
It's called my blessing box to put pieces of papers with blessings on it so that I can go back and reflect. Mm-hmm. And
yeah.
Michael says, no judgment, Froggy. I have lots of Star Trek stuff.
Oh, that perks me up. I have some Star Trek stuff too, Mike. Mike, I'm a Chucky too. Shh, we're not going to tell anybody.
Yeah, I'm more Star Trek than I am Star Wars. Everyone
Oh,
else in my family seems to be more Star Wars, but no.
hey, Mike. James Doohan almost sat on my lap, and I put my hands on his butt. He
Oh
went to
my
sit on
word.
me. He went to sit on me when I was 6 months pregnant with my son. I would.
Oh
I've
my
been.
goodness.
I've been to some conventions, and I was in the second row. And he's
Uh-huh.
walking down, and he's answering questions, and he goes to sit down on me, and I put my hands up, and I didn't mean touch his butt. I just put my hands up. I'm like, dude, pregnant woman here, don't sit down. He turned around and he says, "Oh, I am so sorry." And I'm obviously pregnant. And he apologizes immediately. And
Yeah.
he asked me what I was going to name my child. And the crowd was mad, but he wasn't. I said,
Mm-hmm.
I'm naming my son after my father. And the crowd's all boo. And he said, no, that's fantastic. Because they wanted me to name my kid after one of the characters from Star
Right,
Trek.
right.
I ain't doing that. I'm naming my kid after my dad. And I did.
Yeah.
He's wonderful. My favorite autograph I got was Quark and Odo in the same photo. And because I love Quark and Odo.
Uh-huh.
That was my favorite autograph. But I have multiple autographs. Shh, we're not talking about Star Trek.
Oh my goodness. Michael says I have all the autographs of all cast members from all shows and movies.
Yay!
Wow.
Live long and prosper, my friend.
That's right.
I have been and always shall be your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Live long and prosper. I love Star Trek. Just
Mm-hmm.
just just a little bit. Mm. I'm
Well, you
trying
know,
not to quote the movies, okay?
you can bring it back because I do know that when we were looking at either mosaic blankets one time or Graphgans, there is one that has the Starship Enterprise on it,
Surprise.
and it is a black and white.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
thought,
I do
oh
have
my
my badge.
goodness. Mm-hmm.
I have my next generation badge that when you hit it, it goes makes a sound.
Oh,
Oh yes, yes, the worst is Shatner. Uh, oh my gosh.
anyway,
Well,
back to blankets.
yeah, he is the worst. Obviously my favorite was Leonard Nimoy. James Doohan is one of my favorites too. I'm just saying. How can you not like Scotty? Please,
Oh, yes.
I love him. Damn it, Jim. I'm sorry.
Oh, Dixie says, Froggy, you'll have to make your kitty a cat loaf. That's right.
I
There you
do.
go.
I do. I plan on making them a couch too. I
Oh,
I'm gonna make them a couch, very 70s esque, with that gold. I have some velvet yarn in that gold color from the 70s.
oh
Yes.
my goodness.
I'm sorry. I love Star Trek. I'm terrible about it. I've seen every movie in the theater, even though I'm blind.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, every movie you have to see in the theater. Every movie.
Yeah, there are
And,
some movies that you have to see in the.
and yes, I cried when Spock died.
I
And I
think we
cried
all
when he come back to I only cried when he come back to life.
did.
I cried when I cried when James T. Kirk got caught in the Nexus. Shut up, Froggy. Blankets, and more
Yeah.
blankets.
Got the TNG com badge
I
tattooed
do
on my
too.
chest on the right spot. Oh my goodness.
Oh, oh,
Oh
I am
my
not
goodness.
worthy. I am not worthy. I'm not worthy. I need to do that.
Oh.
I need to do that. I need to do that.
I wonder if
If
there's
you
a
have time.
oh now y'all talking about that. I wonder if there's a amigurumi tribble out there.
Yeah, all you need is a pom pom ball. Every time I have a pom pom, Joey
Is that
calls
what
me.
you think of?
Joey says, "Oh, look, it's a tribble."
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the trouble with tribbles.
Oh, that's cool. I hadn't
And
thought about that.
yeah, every time I have a pom pom, Joey says it's a tribble.
See,
Every time.
I don't play with pom poms. I don't even put them on my hats. I leave that up to whoever's going to get it. If you want a pom pom on your hat, go buy yourself
I
one and stick
will
it on
no,
there.
I will do it. I will put it on there, but I'll make it removable.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll do it for myself. I'll make them removable
See, I'm
because
not a pom
I
pom
don't want to
person.
wear.
Yeah.
It depends on the pom pom, and it depends on the hat. Gumdrop Forever put a pom pom on a green hat for Crochet Combat,
Mm-hmm.
and the hat was in a darker green, but the pom pom was in a bright lime green, and it set the hat off. It made it phenomenal, and I
Wow.
love that.
Mm-hmm.
That looks great. It's awesome. I could sit and talk to Michael for hours about Star Trek. Shut up, Froggy. I know, Maureen. Shut up, Froggy.
That's okay. That's okay. We tend to let the chat. We always start out with something, and then the chat just kind of takes it in whatever direction it's going to go. So that's okay.
Michael, did you get the Star Trek? Did you get the ornaments from Hallmark when they first came out? I did. I got double of every one of them.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you had to.
Mm-hmm.
You did. You just had to.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
I am a big Trekkie. Well, you have to love. Yes, the arm pom poms. Yeah. You
The
not
dribble pom poms are removable.
yes. You had
Got them all too.
yes. You had to like the Star Trek universe because there's no racism.
No.
There's no judgment upon who you
Mm-mm.
love, who you worship, what you look like.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
there's no money in there either. Everybody
No.
works to their potential
Mm-hmm.
in whatever field that they need to work in. Um,
Right.
I think that's a lot like why we like it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it was a bit like a Western soap opera, so to
Right.
speak.
Mm-hmm.
But hi, Diane. But
Hello, Diane.
when you sat back and you looked at it, you have to understand nobody was judged wrong.
Right.
There was no bullying,
Mm-mm.
and it was just a great place to be.
Hi,
Right.
Diane.
And I liked that about it. It was like
Yeah.
utopia to me.
I remember being a teenager during the William Shatner era, and thinking, man, you know, there's no money. So how do you? How does that work?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It was just really weird. Um, Now I knew, living on a ship, of course, me too, and the science is believable and accurate. That's right. That was the other thing.
yes,
Um, it just always floored me. Good morning, Asia Joe. How you doing, sweetie? Thank you for hopping in here.
and always amazed me. You know, um, the show was very groundbreaking. This would have been perfect to talk about when you talked about Lucille Ball. She's
Oh
the
yeah,
one that produced it and allowed it to go forward. It was
right.
a very groundbreaking show, but when you watched it, to see they had no money,
Hmm.
everyone worked to their potential.
Yes.
And they wanted to work to their potential.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing was too, you know, the reason why I couldn't get over, you know, how do you, like when they all had their own special rooms and you could, you know, see how they actually lived in their own little cubicle, so to speak. Um, you had to have, well, in my way of thinking at the time, um, how did you get the things that you wanted without paying for them? You know what I mean? It was just a weird concept. Of course, being a teenager, that probably kind of
Well,
helped too. But
it would be a strange concept to be living in a society based, in a monetary society.
right,
But you
right,
have to understand it's not a monetary based society.
right.
You just work to your potential, and some people could make these other items, and you could go and get one.
Yeah.
These people did not. I hate to say worship money. They weren't based on greed.
No, a
They
lot
would
of
go
it was barter. I'm sure. You know, I
one thing.
have this, and yeah,
They just go get one thing, and they didn't go and get multiple things.
right.
They weren't greedy.
That's right, Mama Gwen. Indigenous people don't need money either.
That's correct. So you have to think about it that way.
Mm-hmm.
They just
Um,
work to their potentials, and I thought that was amazing.
yeah, and you're
I
right.
thought,
You're
yeah,
right, Michael. If there was no uh, Lucille Ball, there would not have been a
no, there would not have been a
Star
Star Trek.
Trek.
That's correct. She took a
But,
risk on Gene Roddenberry.
mm-hmm.
And when
Well,
you look at the props and stuff they used, they were just blocks of wood, pieces of plastic. It's
yeah.
unbelievable. Yes, and it touched the heart of this young girl watching reruns,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I loved it.
Yep.
And the original is my favorite, even though I wasn't alive when it ran on, the first time, but
Mm-hmm.
it is my favorite, and I
Yep.
will always love it. It to me, that was Utopia,
Mm-hmm.
and I watched all of them. I don't think I missed a single episode. I've watched all the way into the newer ones, which aren't exactly my cup of tea, but still.
Yeah, some of them I could leave. You know, I don't have to go back and watch a lot of those.
No,
But
no, they changed some things. But
mm-hmm.
I remember when, in the Next Generation,
No,
when Data was learning to knit. That
wasn't
was
that cool?
really cool,
There
and
you go, Michael. That's the one I was thinking of.
yeah,
Janeway.
yeah, she was, yeah. But he was learning to knit. Did he hoard the yarn? No.
Hi,
No.
Jen.
Hey, Jen, he got
Hello,
just
Jen Reeves.
what he needed,
Mm-hmm.
and but people at that far in the future aren't. There is no greed. There is no needing to get more because
Right.
they can go get it whenever they want it.
Mm-hmm.
Different. It's very different. So it's cool. Anyway, back to blankets. I don't like to see squares together.
Like I said, we always let the chat take us where we need to go. Good morning, Darcia. Right,
Yes,
not materialistic.
they
How
were
are you,
definitely.
Darcia?
Good morning, Darcia.
They weren't. And I would, Michael, I'd love to sit back and watch it with you. I would. I could watch them any day, anytime. But if I watch The Wrath of Khan,
Oh,
I have to watch the very next movie because I can't end with Spock dying. I
no.
have to watch the next movie,
Yep.
which is the whale movie.
Yep.
I can't.
Yep.
I
You
can't
can't
deal
let
with.
Spock die.
I can't deal with Spock dying.
No. No.
Although I do love Ricardo Montalban playing Khan. And
Yes.
you got to hear William Shatner go, Khan! That's the best you've ever heard. So sorry. Sorry, guys. I've ruined it. There is a Bible study with the show I Love Lucy and one of Gilligan's Island, The Seven Deadly Sins. Yes, I've seen every episode of Gilligan's Island. Sorry, I have. Oh,
Lucas and I are thinking about doing a Star Trek review after each episode of Strange New World.
that
Oh,
would be nice.
yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. You have done the Gilligan's Island one. That's awesome.
Wow.
Hi, Judith.
Hello, Judith. How are you doing today, sweetheart? Thank you for jumping in here with us for a little bit.
I like it, Michael.
Hi, Judith.
I'm so into even the cartoon Star Trek. I'm so sorry. Shut up, Froggy.
That cartoon ones don't take to me. Yeah, I'm not a cartoon person. How are you, Kitty? Thank you for being here with us this morning. Yeah, we started out talking about blankets, and now we're into Star Trek, into the future.
I would eat and breathe and sleep Star Trek. I was bad about it. There were no skulls in my house. They were all Star Trek stuff.
Oh, wow.
You think I'm bad now? Frogs and Star Trek. That's what was in my house.
My kids were all Star Wars. And yes, I raised girls, but
I like Star Wars. My dad had 3 girls and 1 boy. Mm-hmm. I love Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. But I was the Star Trek one.
Yep.
Daddy knew it.
Lacey.
Of course, I was the only one out of 4 kids he had that loved Darth Vader.
If you design a Trekkie blanket, what would you do? Oh, me? I'm bad about it. Got some Star Trek oriented items. Item makes coming up. Oh, good. Ooh, because Mama Gwen just asked, Michael, if you design a Trekkie blanket, what would you do?
You have to do the Enterprise.
Well, yeah.
You have to. I would do the Enterprise, or I would do the
the badge thing.
The badge.
Yeah.
That's on all the original shirts.
Right.
That's what I would do. I would also do like the sign for Vulcan. I love Vulcan.
Yeah.
I would do that. Maybe do, the sign for Klingon. Hey, Lana. Do the sign for Vulcan, Klingon, and the United Federation of Planets.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Lana. How are you doing today, sweetie?
It's an idea.
Yeah.
I did know some Klingon at one time. That is an entire language of its own. It really is.
I was going to say, yeah.
It is. And so is Vulcan.
Oh, looky there, Michael. Lana says she would love a Star Trek blanket.
Yeah. You have to do the Enterprise because that's what's so important. But you could do the symbol for the United Federation of Planets. That would be really cool.
That would be really pretty.
But you have a whole group who would like the sign for Vulcan, and then you have another group who want the sign for Klingon. Because when you go to conventions, you have a group who dress like Vulcan, you have a group that dress like Klingons, and then you have a group that dress, for the United Federation of Planets.
Mm-hmm.
So for Starfleet. So you could do any of them.
Kitty says, Auntie Froggy, I naturally have a deep Southern twang too, but my mom was a school teacher and forced proper enunciation on me.
I'm sorry, Kitty. It was done to me.
Oh, Lana, she says it's really cold to me for California. I'm moving slow. I've been watching for a while, enjoying the Star Trek talk. Well, that's good.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry I did it. Me and Michael did it together. Bless you. But we're getting ready to end. I'm going to say,
Yes.
stay safe, be kind to one another, and live long and prosper.
Carrie?
Remember, one random act of kindness can change the world.
And please always remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know, could be your light they need to see. Remember now, we'll be over at Carrie's house tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We love you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
You will need to provide